I'll just make this a quick call. It's been going on for over an hour and a half, but they just sent in, originally it was just one unit here that came in around 11:30 off of Lake Street and Palm. But so I forgot all about it, and then I just got another alert, and they were sending, hazmat's showing up now. The call has been, as I said, it's been going on since 11:30 with just one unit here. I believe that unit actually went back to their station. They brought, hazmat just showed up, this ladder truck just showed up. I could see they have a fan out that looks like they're going to take inside. Yeah, like I said, originally said investigation. This was around 11:30 a.m. I'll just keep the video short, just keeping the citizens of Huntington Beach informed. They literally just put up the tape 2 minutes ago. But I don't know what, from 11:30 till now, what was going on between that period, because it was originally, I know at least for the first half hour, was only one unit here. Then I forgot all about it. So hazmat, and there was some other type of unit showing up. I wasn't sure what the other unit is. I don't believe I see a gas company here. But we'll try to move to a different area. See if we get a different angle. Again, this says Lake and Palm. And they got it closed off. Yeah, between Lake and Main Street, it's closed off. Yeah, I don't know what, for the last hour and a half, what was going on in the last half hour. No one's outside, so there's no one I could talk to. No police here, so I'm thinking maybe the hazmat is here. Looks like they're gonna have like a little meeting here. And my favorite lady's here. Probably gave me a ticket before. I was parked on a corner and she gave me a ticket. Maybe it was my fault. I was dropping off a DoorDash order, and I come back, and you're not allowed to park right here, handicap. An ambulance just showed up too. I'm just curious what was going on the last hour and a half when it was just one unit. Then they decided within the last 10 minutes to bring in all these other units. They're going to put more tape up some. Yeah. Are we looking at a gas leak or?
Some fire.
Oh, okay. I appreciate. Yeah, I noticed you guys were here for a couple hours, and then I saw all these units showing up.
Try pouring water, see if we can take care of the problem.
Yeah.
The smoke keeps coming out, so
okay.
I have to go in and take a look.
I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me know. So I don't know if they have to evacuate all the homes here too. So yeah, what we have here is underground. There was an underground fire, and they've been trying to put water on it, and it's been, I believe he said it's been smoking the whole time. They're just saying the water's not putting it out. Actually, on the right here, I believe is a church. That's 601 Palm. It might be a church. Yeah, again, this came at around 11:30. It was an investigation, and I was originally going to come by because at 12 o'clock the call was still going, but just one unit. I'll go check it out, but I just forgot about it. And then 10-15 minutes ago, when I got an alert that all these other units were coming in, the firefighter said, yeah, it was some type of underground fire. They've been putting water on it the whole time, but he said it was smoke. I don't know if there was flame. It wasn't going away, at least the smoke. And they got a fan out here. I'm not sure where exactly where the fire's at. Underground fire. I just went live. Those curious in Huntington Beach, always hearing the sirens. And that follow pulse point, probably want to know what's going on. Yeah, she's put more tape over on this side. One police car is here next to the left of me. We did go to a few accidents this morning. One I just put on Instagram, like a 15-second video. 2 cars over at Hamilton and Newland, I believe. Yeah, they kind of almost hit head on. I don't know if one was trying to make a left-hand turn and turn in front of the other car. I'm trying to fix my camera, sorry. Yeah, I don't really want to go live that much during the daytime anymore because I can't read during the sunlight. Again, we're off, this is on Palm Street here. We're in between Lake Street and Main Street. Yeah. We're at the 700 block of Lake Street. And again, originally this call was around 11:30. It said investigation, but all the other units just arrived in last 15-20 minutes. And the firefighter said it was some type of underground fire they've been trying to put water on. He said it was smoking. I don't know if the flames are out. It's just smoking, but I don't know if it's in the alleyway between the two on our left-hand side. Oh, there's a firefighter looking right there, so. If you have zoom capability to zoom in, it's like I'm trying to zoom, but I can't even see the screen. I can't even really pick up the firefighters, and just with the sunlight. Besides not filming, as I said before, if anybody got any good suggestions, because I would like to show the screen. That's why I'd rather just film at nighttime. Looks like they're bringing in some equipment. Might be a hazmat setting up a table. Yeah, it looks like hazmat's setting up a table. They're setting a table up over there, hazmat. Yeah, it's kind of bad when I have to look at my other phone to see anything. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So I was going to make it a short video just to let the citizens of Huntington Beach. A lot of times they might be driving by, they want to know what's going on. All I know, the firefighter said it was some type of underground fire, and they've been trying to put water on it. I don't know where. At the moment, I don't see any hoses out, but maybe I just don't see it. But yeah, it looks like Hazmat is setting up a table. I don't know if I want to walk to the left, but you got the parking patrol here. Again, we're on Palm, in between Lake and Main Street. Let me catch the name of this church. Actually, it's like some type of lodge. I don't know if we could catch the name. Huntington Beach Masonic Lodge 380. To me, it looks like it's not occupied right now. Their parking lot, at least to the right of me, looks empty. I want to go up to that battalion truck on the left, just see what it shows on the computer. You got a couple of computer screens there. Yeah, you have one parking patrol officer here, but then you do have one of these officers. He went down there. He's down there somewhere. There is someone walking around. I don't know if they're not going to evacuate people. You can see a guy right there walking around. Parking Patrol is walking down there now, so forgive me if that's the wrong term. I'll have to look at her truck. Might tell that guy he has to get back in his house. Yes, they're called Parking Patrol. Yeah, I got in a little argument with her before. Like I said, it was my fault. Yeah, it wasn't a cheap ticket either. It was over $400 to park on a corner to drop off some food. There's no parking. When you're doing food delivery down here on the weekend, there's no parking whatsoever. Yeah, it looks like some girl wants to get to her house. Maybe Parking Patrol came down here to see if it was okay. Maybe with a fire patrol escort, they'll let you get to the house. Looks like a girl getting out of high school. Maybe needs to get back home. Really, the fire station is right down the street here, here on Lake. I believe it's like Frankfurt, and then it goes into 6th Street. but one of them went back to their station. Like I said, this call originally came across at 11:30, and was just, at least for the first half hour, I noticed only one fire engine here. But I forgot about the call. But sometime after 1:30, they asked for all the other units because they're having trouble putting an underground fire or putting it out. I don't see smoke or anything. He said it was smoking. I don't know if there's flames because I'm not sure where it's exactly at. To me, they're like, looks like they're forming a game plan, maybe what to do. Hey, how's it going?
What happened?
Yeah, they said this firefighter said it was an underground fire, having trouble putting it out. He said it was smoking. I don't know if there's any flames. But originally came across at 11:30. I noticed the call at 11:30. It said investigation.
I was seeing an investigation, so I'm gonna go get my camera.
Oh, okay.
They'll be here for a while.
Yeah, I think that. I'm not even sure where it's at. If it's down the alley or.
Well, if they block this, it has to be in here.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was down the alley there. They were looking right where it looks like a fan. They were looking at the ground right there.
All right. Okay. Oh, underground piping or something.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Let me go
All
get
right.
the camera.
All right.
Recording?
Yeah, I'm recording. Again, those that's just tuned in, this originally came across around 11:30 a.m. We're off Palm in between Lake and Main Street at the 700 block of Lake Street. It just said investigation, and I know a half hour later was still one fire engine, but a little around 1:20, 1:30, I think I got an alert, or I believe another alert came in, and 3 more fire engines were coming, an ambulance, battalion chief. I'll check Pulse Point just to see what they're calling this. So it's still listed as a investigation. I believe there was 6 units here, I believe. We got the ladder truck here. We got hazmat towards the right. We got a paramedic unit. We got the battalion chief. I'm not sure what. I believe there was 2 more units maybe. I'm not sure if there's 2 battalion chiefs here. There might be 2 here. But the other one might be, I'm not sure what, this is hazmat, I believe, in front of us, but there was another unit. I wasn't sure what that unit is. Because I believe I see a second truck that looks like hazmat, or looks like the battalion chief, but that I know HB4 is here. I'm not seeing HB1. Yeah, this camera is floppy. There is a professional photographer that just arrived on scene. I don't know if he goes live on his Instagram or not. But I believe he had some good pictures of that horrible accident out in Santa Ana, where now that I believe 5 people lost their lives. And I might be wrong also. There's 2 guys that look the same. I'll have to get there's one guy, photographer, that covers Huntington Beach. Yeah, he said he had to go get his camera, so it might be just a local photographer that covers Huntington Beach. They said they were pouring water on it, but I'm not sure whether they're right where there's a fan there. They're looking in the ground right there, but I don't see no hose out there or any water, but don't look like I see any water coming down the street at all. Yeah, I think I got two guys mixed up. I think the photographer that showed up is he's a local at Huntington Beach that covers scenes. So you might be able to catch his pictures on one of the Huntington Beach forums. Yeah, another official just showed up from the fire department. I don't know what they. I see him every day eating sandwiches, but I mean over at Board and Brew. Not every day, but they go there a couple times a week. But I'm not sure what they do with the fire department. I believe it says HB Fire on the back of their truck, but other than that, I'm not sure what their positions are. He might have been on the other side of the street and then came out. He might have been on Main and came over here to. Yeah, he's opening his back of his truck. He might be grabbing some gear.
What's going on? How you doing, guys?
Did you go to? I heard it. Kind of looked up. Did you go to the protest at all?
No, dude, I wanted to go eat somewhere. I was like,
Whatever. They're all over the place.
I know, all over 50 states.
Yeah.
They're all over 50 states. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother this time.
FBI was saying a lot of them were getting paid like $500
For what?
to show up to these protests.
Really?
Over 100,000. That's what the FBI was saying.
Yeah, they said this is the first time in history of what do you call it? Of a protest all over 50 states.
Oh,
For
yeah,
president.
yeah.
Well, see, there's people over there and stuff. I see people go around.
What?
It's right there in the alley.
The guy sitting on the wall, he's been walking up and down.
Oh, the guy in my shirt. Yeah. This guy's wearing a black shirt? Yeah. That's not what I'm saying. He's going past him, right? He's over there and he's going around. He's going around.
There might be better pictures over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, so that's a local photographer that covers Huntington Beach. He does posts on the local forum pages on Facebook for Huntington Beach. I got it messed up with someone else. But yeah, he just covers like Huntington Beach. So yeah, they're doing something right here. I'm not sure what they're doing. They said they were pouring water on it, but unless they're doing it in a different area, I don't even see a hose out here, and but I believe that there's a hose now. So guess we'll stick around a little bit longer. So at 11:30, this came across at an investigation call. We're off of Palm, says Palm, the 200 block, but we're in between Main Street and Lake. It said investigation, and after a half hour, I still saw just one unit. I was going to come here, but I was doing my DoorDash deliveries, so I just forgot about it. And then around 1:20, 1:30, I got an alert, and it was showing HB4 coming, hazmat, a couple other fire engines. So I did ask a firefighter. He said it was an underground fire that they've been trying to put water on, and he said it was smoking. I don't know if there's flames down there or just smoke. I don't see smoke coming up if it's right in front of us here. But so around 1:20, around that time, they decided to call in other units. When I got here, this ladder truck was just arriving, hazmat was just arriving. The fire was only one fire engine when I got here. Yeah, so the firefighter is hooking the water up to the hose. A lot of wind out here today. I don't know if you guys have Zoom capability on your whatever device you're. I'm literally not that far, but from I'm literally like 20, 30 yards from the firefighters here, but on the phone looks like you're 100 yards away. Again, there is a local photographer. He's talking to the fire department right now, one of the local photographers in Huntington Beach. I don't think we're really going to see much. I think whatever they're doing, if they're putting water down there, but basically we're just going to see most of them standing around and watching. Yeah, so I might go around these buildings here. It's called the Huntington Beach Masonic Lodge 380. Probably pronounced it wrong. But it appears to be empty. Maybe they're a weekend place. But I can probably go down the alley there, and then we can get more of get a different view. So I don't know if they just turned the water on. I'm feeling like a water mist hitting me right now. They might have just turned the water on. When I covered a scene a couple weeks ago in Newport Beach, it was an overdose, and they brought out hazmat. Got a little too close, and ever since then I've been sick. Yeah, some fire he's carrying. I don't know what he's carrying, but I don't know if you guys can pick it up in the video. Yeah, I don't know if Huntington Beach Public Works will have to come out here maybe. They'll have to tear up the ground here. Again, if you just tuned in, we're in the city of Huntington Beach. We're off Palm Avenue, the 200 block, in between Lake Street, around the 700 block of Lake Street, in between that and Main Street. This call came across around 11:30 at an investigation call. Around 12 is when I noticed the investigation call, but it was just one fire engine here, and I forgot all about it because I was doing my DoorDash deliveries. And then sometime around 1:20, I got an alert. It was showing hazmat coming to the scene, a couple more fire engines, battalion chief. I asked the firefighter what was going on. He said it was some type of underground fire. They've been putting water on it, and he mentioned smoke, that was smoking. From my position, I don't see smoke, but there may be smoke, but I just don't see it. I'm not sure if they're putting water on it right now because I felt like a mist coming at me. She probably the one that gave me a. So I got a ticket at another. I went to a scene out off of Taylor and Beach Boulevard. When I got back to my car, I had a ticket. And I don't even know what the ticket's for. I know my car wasn't registered, but it's registered now. I just got the ticket yet. I just got the registration yesterday. I put the ticket. I put the I'm sorry, my mind's blank. I put the sticker on today. I don't know why, if she gave me a ticket for that or. I was next to a yellow pole, but there was nothing. A short little yellow pole. I don't know if you're not allowed to park next to this yellow pole. With a $100 ticket, I know that, and so I got to see what the citation was for. My original plan was just to go for a couple minutes, alert the city, those that were curious that followed Pulse Point or heard all the sirens. So I was just gonna stick around for a couple minutes, but here we are, more than a half hour here. Yeah, it looks like they're sticking the hose down the ground. I remember what was I doing before I came here? I was pulling in the McDonald's. I wanted to get something to eat. I haven't eaten today. I was like, I'm hungry. And then this call, that's why I left. I was getting something to eat, and then this call came across. But I'm sitting here going, damn, I'm hungry. I usually don't eat breakfast, so I haven't eaten all day. Again, I did go to a couple calls earlier. I did post like a 15-second video of an accident. And obviously I don't see the accidents happen. I just show the aftermath. So it was at Hamilton Avenue and Newland Street. Looks like someone maybe made a left-hand turn and turned in front of another car, so it was almost head-on. Both cars were, both people were transported. I was going to one in Westminster. It said a car was upside down, but a lot of times when you go there, it's not a car upside down. It could be a car in the bushes or into a wall. What I usually do when I look at Pulse Point, if I see the battalion chief not even make it to the scene, he or she turns around. So sometimes I don't even bother going to those calls when You know it's not serious when the battalion chief just turns around. There was an accident, I don't know if it was in Fountain Valley or it was on the borderline of Fountain Valley and Huntington Beach off Brookhurst. It was over by Brookhurst and Ellis. I don't know if one car ran into another one. The one car had a lot of bumper damage, I know that, but I couldn't see what the BMW damage was. I go to calls, I just don't always take pictures of them. More like want to stay on more of the serious accidents. But you can always follow me. I'm just going to start posting on Instagram again. I don't always post there. I do got a Facebook page at Wright Street Media, WRIGHT, Street Media. I'll post there once in a while also. Not everything's going to go on YouTube. I'll probably break it down here, break it down in a couple of minutes because this could go on for hours or it could end soon. You don't know, because I don't know what's really going on underground there. I'm not seeing smoke, but it looks like they were putting water in there. I appreciate you guys watching. I probably just go on with you guys' day. I think I'm going to cut this in the next 2 minutes. If I come across anything else this afternoon, I'll go live. If it's a more serious accident. Yeah, I believe there was a residential fire call earlier also today, but it ended up not being too much. I didn't go to that scene. A lot of times I wait to see if it's confirmed structure fire, see if they send in more units, but usually when it's just the battalion chief and 4 units, it's not that serious when it comes to residential fires. I think it comes across as a residential fire, but then when fire department arrives, if there is a fire, or they'll confirm it as, they'll call it a structure fire. Again, we're off. This came across at 11:30 a.m. as an investigation. I saw the call at 12, but it came off around 11:30. And I just forgot about the call because I was doing DoorDash, but then around 1:20, 1:30, alert came across. And showing the battalion chief coming, and hazmat and a few other fire engines showed up. They said it was a underground fire, that it was smoking. They were putting water on it, but they can't get it out. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. If anything serious happens, then I'll come back. But looks like they're just putting water down into the ground here. I'm going to go off and do some DoorDash deliveries. If I come across anything, I will go live. But I appreciate you guys watching. Again, I'm just an amateur on my cell phone that covers local first responder calls in Huntington Beach and the surrounding cities. Just trying to keep the community informed. A lot of people are always curious what's going on, so I come down here and show what I show what I got on the camera here. Sorry, stutter a lot, but thanks for watching. And if I hear anything else with this call, I'll come back and go live.